Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Rebecca Flaherty, that's pronounced Flaherty, and I work as an illustrator and surface pattern designer. My main obsessions are drawing floral patterns and finding the most efficient workflows to get my designs from my head onto the screen and then out there onto real world products. I'm a big believer in only doing repeated tasks once, so if there's a hack or a shortcut or an automation for a process I do regularly, then I will find it. I make videos and teach online courses on illustration and surface pattern design from a productivity angle. It's my mission to help you maximise your creative time and get the most out of however much you have available. Time is precious, and when you're running a one-woman business during nap time, as I was when I first started, and even now in between school runs during term time, every minute counts. I post videos of illustration, time lapses, and tips and tricks to speed up your creative workflows. I mostly work in Procreate and Adobe Photoshop for my portfolio work, but I occasionally get my paints and pens and sketchbooks out for messy fun. I used to use Adobe Illustrator more when I did graphic design and lettering work, and I plan to make some videos about that in the future too. My creative business journey began back in 2015. For just over 4 years, I worked full-time designing watercolour wedding stationery and doing hand lettering calligraphy through an Etsy store under the name Love Letter by Becky. During that time, I had the pleasure of doing work for Moet and Chandon, You and Your Wedding magazine, and a few celebrity clients along the way. I even got to make the place cards for the Game of Thrones Season 7 costume department Christmas party. At the beginning of 2020, I'd been enjoying surface pattern design as a hobby for about 3 years. I was earning good money from my Etsy store, but I wasn't enjoying the wedding work anymore. I was desperate to have more time to get my surface pattern portfolio together and start making money from that so I could do less Etsy and more illustration. Then, literally overnight, my wedding work dried up when the lockdown started. I had to pivot fast, and for the next year I threw everything I had at getting my portfolio together and upping my illustration game. I started teaching on Skillshare in 2021 and finally closed my Etsy store. My real breakthrough came at the beginning of 2022 when I made a commitment to draw every day and set myself a list of prompts for that coming month that I would post on Instagram and could also work together as a themed licensing collection. My social following instantly started to grow much faster, as well as the number of licensing contracts that came my way via social media. I love seeing my designs out there in the world, and it never stops feeling like a dream come true. And so in 2023, I started the Committed to Create Drawing Challenge to help other artists grow through committing to drawing and posting regularly on social media. Each month I publish a series of weekly prompts around a theme to keep the creative juices flowing. You can find these prompts posted over on Instagram on the last Saturday of the month, or you can get them delivered straight to your inbox a week earlier with my monthly newsletter. If you want to see more of what I do, you can find me in several places around the internet. You can subscribe to me here on YouTube for weekly tips, tutorials and time lapses. You can see my daily illustrations over on Instagram, where I go by the name of @BeckyFlaherty. You can read my blog posts, subscribe to my newsletter and get access to my Freebie Library over on my website RebeccaFlaherty.com. And if you like what you see here on YouTube, then you can find even more in-depth classes from me over on Skillshare. Before I go, I just want to finish by saying that if you learn one thing from me, let it be that it is never too late to get started. I was like 33 when I finally worked out what I wanted to do when I grew up. Do what you love what you do, and make the most out of every spare minute along the way. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you soon.